So a very good morning to one and all present here. Chalapati Institute of Engineering and Technology, CIET, Guntur, Andhra Pradesh. So with this 5-day webinar series, I hope this is day 3. And now we are looking at the value of soft skills. A moment. Hope my screen is changing. You're able to see?
Yes, ma'am.
Right, okay. So yes, value of soft skills. See, we all know that technical and computer skills, we often consider them as the most significant or vital skills that a person should have. So I hope all the computer science and engineering department, the Tech Wings Association, faculties, scholars, as well as students of CIET are here, along with other participants from other esteemed institutions. See, from a decade or two, even employers are also paying attention not only to these technical and computer skills, but also they are paying, say, much closer attention to something called soft skills in the workplace. And when we speak about these soft skills, say they are very much necessary, say, for both individual growth as well as for career development. And that's why this particular topic has been chosen. Right. Let me start with the introduction. As we all know, hard skills, or we even call them as technical skills. See, they are often usually something which can be taught or which can be even learned. When we speak about hard skills, basically they are objective. They are something quantifiable skills. So we can gain hard skills. How? It could be through our schools, colleges, or say some kind of training procedures, or even through our work experiences. So these hard skills, they are something like specific skills, or we can even call them as competencies. So why do we need these hard skills? A person or an individual needs these hard skills because they want to do a specific job. Say, for example, it could be your foreign language skills. It could be your own computer skills, marketing skills. Nowadays, we hear so much about SEO marketing. Yes. Or your coding ability. Since you're all, most of you are from CSE department. Or any kind of, say, industry specific certifications. Or even a degree, or say some kind of academic qualification. All this will come under hard skills. Now, when we speak about something called soft skills. So most of the times, these soft skills, we will just interchangeably use it with life skills. We call them as people skills, communication skills, or we even call them as interpersonal skills, workplace skills, cultural skills, management skills, or even these soft skills, they are your employability skills. So after having said so many things, what we use about these soft skills, you must have understood the importance of soft skills. So soft skills, we need it for life. We need it for the interaction with people, communication. Everybody needs it at the workplace. We need it for, say, cultural upholding. We need it for management. Did I cover all the words? We need it mainly for employability. So whatsoever is the name, it is very, very important that we all have to communicate, or we should interact in the public at some point or the other. Am I right? Okay. Whether I am presenting my work to you, or you are presenting your project work in your college. Say you are interacting with your superiors, your teachers, or at your workplace, you are say interacting, communicating with your clients. When you attend the job interviews, you do group discussions, very, very important. So for all these, we need soft skills. Even to excel or even to shine in this real world, people from all streams, from all fields need this very, very important soft skills. So apart from your hard skills, apart from your technical skills, you also need the soft skills. It doesn't matter whether you are from, say, computer science engineering background, or you are from civil, aeronautical, electronics and communications, chemical engineering, no matter, all the fields, all the streams need these soft skills. So by now you would have understood that soft skills means fundamentally say people skills. Means the technical people, these skills are non-technical. These are, you can call them as intangible in your words. So these are personality specific skills. It is different from my personality and your personality, from each one of us. See, these skills, it will define our own strengths. It could be, we could be leaders, or even we could be listening to somebody, or I'm acting as a negotiator, or I'm just trying to act as a mediator to resolve a conflict, whatsoever. For everything, we need fundamental skills, and they are the basic skills. And these soft skills, they are the healthy supporters of communication, as well as when we want to perform something in our workplace. So they are the connectors. They build a gap and they bridge relationships among all of us. It could be even in your college, or it could be if I have to interact something, if I have to communicate with you, even in the webinars like this, or say at the workplace with your peers, with your clients, customers, any stakeholders, right, who are all associated with your profession. Mainly we need these soft skills. For what? Mainly for better productivity, better output, as well as for your business development. So soft skills, it is a, you can call it as a simple term for a complex set of our personal qualities. We all have multidimensional qualities, personal qualities, multifaceted qualities, isn't it? So these skills, soft skills, it will influence how we are interacting with others. It could be, say, abilities for how effectively I can communicate with you. Do I have a skill called creativity? Do I have analytical thinking ability? The diplomacy, how do I deal with people? The flexibility, what I have, probably at my workplace. The adaptability, how well can I adapt to new environment, to new places? Do I have the problem solving capabilities? Am I a good leader? Leadership comes under this. Team building qualities, or even the listening skills. When somebody is telling us something, when somebody is speaking, even the listening skills matters a lot. So you can call them as personal management skills. All your attitudes, your behavior, all this will be something like they'll be driving our potential, especially for doing some teamwork or even for our growth. So soft skills are very, very vital, say, for your job, or say they are the job related skills. And these skills, it involves little interaction or almost no interaction at all with your missions. So what is the prominence of soft skills? Why do we actually need them? Okay, so many aspects I told about the soft skills. So mainly all of us, whether you're in college, whether you're in workplace, or you're just dealing with public, we need soft skills because we have to find a suitable job. We have to sustain it. Once we get a job, we have to sustain it. Without communication, without doing teamwork, without listening to somebody else, how can we work, right? So this becomes a very, very important skill. Even for our promotion, definitely we need it. So for our professional development, also to mainly to maintain the interpersonal relationships among others. It could be your, as I told you, it could be your colleagues, your peers, or even your classmates in your college. How can you maintain interpersonal relationships? Only with the power of soft skills. Then mainly for appropriate decision making, definitely a business, a company, an organization, it involves many kinds of decisions, from small to bigger decisions. For making appropriate, suitable, apt decisions, we need soft skills. And mainly for effective communication. Something I want to tell to you, something I want to interact with you. So I definitely need soft skills. To increase personal accountability, to increase adaptability as well as flexibility, we need these soft skills. So somewhere I read that hard skills, it actually no harm in learning that. Hard skills are also very much needed. So hard skills allows you to place in your foot inside a door, it seems, into the door. Wherein soft skills actually allows you to be comfortable in that room. So hard skills, it will allow you to place your foot inside the door, into the door. Wherein soft skills, it will allow you to be comfortable inside the room. So we need both. Now you must have understood the importance of hard skills as well as soft skills. Right. Actually, I was thinking of taking just top 10 soft skills and explaining them. But while I was searching for something, I got this picture, this particular image. It tells soft skills, the A to Z of soft skills. So why not? Why don't we understand it in a 360 degree? So almost all the points are here in this particular picture. Let's start with the attitude and let's end with zeal. What all are there in soft skills? What do we actually mean by that? Whether you are a college student or next you will be working somewhere. So everybody needs this soft skills. Let's start it with attitude. Okay. When I speak about attitude, mainly it could be my mindset, our outlook, or say even our feelings. All these will come under the attitude. So how do we maintain a positive attitude? It is very much necessary that we have to be always, we should carry a realistic self-image of ours. How can we do that? How can we be positive? First of all, let's all be very, very practical. Always let's carry a positive attitude. Let's keep a winning attitude. In what way? How can we do this? For example, in our workplace or in your institution, let's all talk and think positive in all the situations. Let us learn from the criticism, whatever we get. Respect others' culture. First of all, let us understand what are our strengths. What is my strength? What am I good at? Let me work on my weak areas or whatever the challenges. Let me turn all my challenges into, say, opportunities. If I make some mistakes, no problem. Everybody will make mistakes. To err is to human, right? So let's learn from our mistakes. First of all, let me understand what do I need from my life. Then, wherever you are, please listen to others. Understand their point of view. What is it that particular person trying to tell me? Why is he telling it like this? Why has he or she analyzed a particular point like this? Isn't it? Let's carefully, calmly listen to others. Often we get anger. So let's even deal with this anger positively. Let's all control our temper. See, most of the times, because even in our workplace or even in your colleges, from our all other year commitments, usually we feel stressed out. So even though how much ever stressed out you are, please say no to bad habits, right? It could be alcohol consumption or you're going drug addiction. No, please say no to these. Cigarettes, all these are your bad habits. Though you're feeling stressed out, please say no to these. There will be conflicts everywhere. First, try to resolve them, both within yourselves as well as with others. And never ever compare your behavior with others. We shall all try to improve ourselves day by day. And all these changes, when we are positive, when we have a positive mindset, all these changes will speak about our attitude. Next, B, it says for behavior. How someone conducts oneself. See, it's not just enough if I be nice to people around me. Let me be courteous. Let me be polite. Behavior also speaks about how you dress to a particular occasion, right? See, instead of always being angry or showing your irritated face, your smile definitely makes a positive difference, right? Let's not be arrogant. If at all you are put in a group, say, or in a team, if you think that you can't fit inside a group, say, for some matter, there could be n reasons, you can just leave the place. but unnecessarily do not argue or do not just disturb others. All these things will speak about your behavior. Another very, very important thing B speaks about our body language. We all know body language means how you stand, how you sound, how you look, how you even move. See, our appearance, it will keep the people's attention. And definitely through our appearance, through our body language, we must be creating a good atmosphere, right? And we all must be creating more and more impact. For example, we all know about Mrs. Aishwarya Rai Bachchan. She is known as the Queen of Canes in India. We all know about the Cannes Film Festival, which happens in France, which takes place in France. So she, through her appearance, she has set several records through all her iconic red carpet looks, and we all know about it. If you ask me, does appearance matter? Definitely. Now, don't we agree that after taking this particular example? See, if there is no spoken language, then the only communication which is left is our body language. Though you don't speak anything verbally, my body language will be speaking. How I stand, how I see, how I sit, whether I'm leaning or whether I'm disinterested, everything. You need not have to speak anything. You need not have to utter a few words from your mouth. But yet people can understand it through your body language. See, when you are personally communicating, only 7% are your spoken words. Through words, we will be communicating only 7%. Rest 38% is through my voice or tone. 38% is through voice or tone. The rest 55%, how we speak, how we communicate is through our body language. So now you must have understood the importance of body language. I was just telling you how you stand matters. When you are presenting something, when you are at college, when you are standing somewhere, please do stand straight. At your workplace, you are attending interviews. See, your interviewer will be observing you from the time you just step in the organization. Stand on both legs. Don't lean against something and do not show some kind of disinterest. If you are presenting something, stand at a place where everyone can see you and try to face the audience directly. Then only they'll get some interest. Even how you sound also matters. See, your pitch, how you modulate your voice, your courtesy, your tone, your understanding, your accent, right? All these will definitely matter. Then how you look. Is it very important? Just now we were discussing, are our appearances very, very important? Definitely yes. See, when me or you, we are presenting something means let's all look energetic. Because one main thing is it holds the people's attention, right? If at all there is lack of energy from the presenter or from the speaker, what will happen? Definitely it will put all the people to sleep. Whether in a webinar like this, definitely, because we are not seeing anybody face to face. Only you are able to see my video. I do not know what other 100+ people are doing, right? So this happens. How can we maintain our looks? We can always look relaxed so that we will get more and more confidence in ourselves. Else what will happen if myself, I'm in so much of tension and I'm presenting something for the sake of just presentation, people, you cannot focus on the content mainly. Then what will happen? Even sometimes I can not often, but at times I can smile when I'm presenting something. I can make the situation a little informal. Not always we cannot concentrate in a formal way, like that too in webinars like this, video conferences like this. We can use a little humor. When people are not understanding, definitely we can slow down. We can breathe slowly. So all our looks, it gets so much of importance. Even how you move. For offline classes or say physical classes or some meetings, try to avoid some kind of nervous movements. People can make out what is in your mind, how is it you're thinking. Don't suddenly walk up and down, up and down. And always keep your hands down, except if you're showing some gestures. For other times, you just keep your hands down. or just don't fiddle something, or don't be scratching, shaking your legs often, right? So you shall not overdo anything. If you want to emphasize something, if you want to show somebody, yes, you, mister, you, miss, please stand up, please get up, I want to speak with you. Only for those things you can show the gestures or for some emphasis. Or else don't do all these kinds of gestures which will actually irritate others, whether you are in the place of audience or whether you are a speaker. And actually, when we am speaking about this body language, the whole day we can speak about this body language. So this is a very, very important chapter in our soft skills. There are, say, many do's and don'ts in your body language. For example, when I speak about, say, don'ts, never fake a smile. See, when somebody is speaking, you're not getting any smile, leave it. Just sit where you are. But never fake a smile. People can make out. When somebody is speaking, don't interrupt them. Or suddenly you might be disinterested. What will happen? You'll slouch your shoulders. You'll show some lazy posture. Or suddenly you'll hold some objects in front of your body like this. How can the speaker speak? Right? How can the speaker present? Even they'll get distracted. Or often you'll be checking your time. Once in 5 minutes, once in 2 minutes. Is the class done? Is the presentation done? So all this will show that you're disinterested. You're not speaking anything, but from your body language, you're showing all these actions. Or when somebody is presenting in front of you, always a few people, few students, what they'll do, they'll be looking down. We don't know whether they are sleeping with their eyes open or they're listening attentively. Nothing we cannot make out. And do not just directly face the person you are speaking to. Always pointing at one person. Whether when there are say 60 plus people inside a classroom, I'm just directly facing only one person and I'm speaking. How boring it could be for the other 59 students. Or if you're an audience, say, usually what people will do, what students will do, they'll be scratching at the backside of their head or neck. Or suddenly in some meeting or when somebody is presenting, they'll be hunching. They'll be leaning forward at their desk. They'll be sleeping like this. Sitting, not standing position, nothing we cannot make out. Or suddenly what students will do, or even colleagues at workplace, they'll suddenly go and stand too close to others when somebody is speaking. So it definitely irritates others. And all this will come under your body language. A few people, suddenly they'll get over-expressive. They'll become emotional. Even that is not good. Or showing some inactive postures, lethargic postures, or some people, what they'll do, they'll show the exaggerated gestures. It could be like nodding too much. They'll be doing this. Whatever I'll tell, whatever the presenter will tell, whatever the speaker might be telling, they'll be nodding like this. Yes. So that irritates the speakers. Or they'll be smiling excessively for whatever the speaker tells, whatever the teacher tells. Even that is not good. Or suddenly they'll be staring like this. Speaker, suddenly with that much of crowd, they cannot make out why is this person behaving like this. So let's all try to refine our body language, our postures, everything. Then do's, what can we do? Not very often, once in a while. If we can smile. If there is really something happening, if there is an occasion, we can do that. We all can walk confidently at our workplace, at our institutions. Let us all always keep a watch on our posture. How am I sitting? How am I standing? How am I presenting? For example, I have just switched on this video. Am I sitting properly? Am I visible to everybody? Few people, what they'll do, they'll only show the face till here. What can the people make out? So even you cannot make out what are my gestures? What is my body language? What is it I'm trying to tell? How is it I'm explaining? What is my way of explaining? You cannot get that. So even it is very, very important for video conferencing also. Anytime, keep your pocket at formal places. When you go to a movie theater, no problem. When you're watching Godfather, you can sit however you want, right? But at other formal places, at your institutions, in front of your teachers, professors, at your workplace, With your colleagues, okay, no problem after a certain time. But with your boss, your superiors, you should have all these in your mind. When appropriate, try to deliver a firm handshake, right? That speaks about your confidence. Let's always sit up straight. Let's keep the eye contact so that it shows that I'm attentive. Whatever you're speaking, sir, I'm attentive. Ma'am, I'm attentive, right? All these things we can take care. Then the most important thing is communication. Probably 3-4 times from my first slide, I have been speaking about this. So communication, it is a very, very important soft skill. Means we are just exchanging some information. Obviously, it is a two-way process. Sender is sending you some information, and you are the receiver of the information. In our case, say it could be communication in a positive way, positive communication, or negative communication. So it involves listening when somebody is communicating, speaking, reading, writing, whether verbal, non-verbal communication. Just now we saw the list, anything. So while I'm communicating something in whichever way, let us think for a while before we speak, right? Let our words not irritate others. If I have done some mistake, let me apologize. Let me converse while communicating. And we shall not compete. For the sake of competition, let's not communicate. To tell you something, to interact, to exchange the information, let me use the communication wisely. Okay, while I'm communicating, let us all even focus on time. Our behaviors, how is it I'm behaving? If necessary, definitely while you are communicating, you can even say uncover your hidden feelings. Let me listen to the feedback of others. Yes, after this session, definitely you'll give the feedback. If there is positive, okay. If there are some criticisms, something negative, yes, we could not understand the pace, the accent, anything. Next time, we can improvise ourselves, right? So we all must be open to feedbacks, whether positive or negative. Then, what could be the do's and don'ts in communication? First of all, when you're communicating in the workplace, probably you'll be having 8 hours or 10 hours of time. In that, what you will do, let your communication be direct. Please be polite, even though they could be the blue collar workers, they could be the white collar workers, your superiors, CEO, MD, your colleagues, or your subordinates. No problem. Just be polite, be calm. And first of all, when we are communicating, we should understand one thing. Whatever works for me will definitely not work for you. It may or may not. So what I would be doing, I must listen. I must understand in which position he or she is, with whom I'm communicating. And let me also listen for the hidden feelings. Few times people will not express each and everything. When I'm in a position or as a leader, I must understand even the hidden feelings of the people. What could be the don'ts here while I'm communicating? Let me not be very rude. Many people, what they'll do, usually they'll be patronizing. What do we mean by that? Often we teach not all the people, but a few people who are our subordinates. What people will do, they'll make the other people feel like you are a complete failure. And they'll usually, through their words, while communicating, they'll try to put them down. Now what will happen, even that particular person, if he or she is capable of doing an act, the next time they will fail. Because often they're getting those kinds of say remarks or communication from our boss, from our supervisors, superiors, anybody. So don't show that superior attitude. Encourage others, right? Don't be sarcastic. Or never ever in your workplace or at your institutions, don't make any kind of, say, personal attacks. Never give unnecessarily some personal suggestions. Hey man, you can do this. You can do this. Why don't you do this? Why don't you get up at 4 o'clock and read for your classes, engineering? You're doing engineering, right? See, never ever recommend some changes which a person cannot make easily, right? We do not know what are your commitments. So suddenly we should not be doing that while communicating. Let's all behave ourselves very, very properly. And it is a very important soft skill. Then coach. See, So a coach, you are giving people special teaching or training in a particular subject. So it's very, very important that we always try to share our learning. If somebody is interested to learn, let me teach them. What is it I lose? Let me not disappoint others. Let me not discourage others. We can always encourage freshers to experiment at our workplace, right? So they might be having new ideas. They are more creative. The young generation, the generation Z, they are very, very creative, isn't it? We can boost discussions. We can encourage the brainstorming because we will get n number of ideas from them. If you're 100 plus people, definitely when we have a problem, my way of solving a problem is very different from your way of solving. If we boost such kind of brainstorming sessions, if we boost such kind of discussions, 100 people, we as a team, we can come out with 100 ideas or even more than that, right? The best ideas also we will get. So many of those ideas will work at the workplace. Then we can obviously, through this, we can promote creativity. If at all there is a fresher, a new joinee, so we can even appreciate even the smallest achievements, right? As a coach, let me overcome my insecurities. What if I teach him, tomorrow he will excel? No, don't have that mindset. Please encourage freshers. See, for 20 years, I'll not be here. Somebody else has to come on my behalf. My successor has to come, isn't it? I have to vacate this place. I have to go to some other place. It could be through promotion. It could be through anything, transfers, travel. But somebody has to take care of this particular work. But what is happening, isn't it? So a coach should always overcome his or her insecurities. Then speaking about determination, you can call it as even willpower. So let's always be determined to achieve higher goals. We shall not get distracted if we have a goal. Let's all keep ourselves motivated. You want to score 80% in this particular semester. Let's not get distracted. Let's keep ourselves motivated. What needs to be done? Let us do that to achieve it, isn't it? Let us have confidence in everything we do, right? Anyhow, we have our teachers, we have experts with us, we have the blessings of God. Why can't we do anything? Why can't we achieve anything? Nothing is impossible. And your possibilities, they are limitless, endless, right? We can just take the support of all the experts in our field. Your professors are there. Let you take the support of them and you can go ahead. And one more important thing is maintaining the dress code. So it is, we should dress ourselves according to the particular occasions. And wearing an ID card at all times, it is a must at your workplace. So it shows your professionalism. Even in PE, we have that. I'll tell you about it. Then professional looking outfit. Nobody has to tell you, but this is a soft skill. You need to practice by yourselves. Hair should be nice. It should be tied. We should avoid heavy makeup at workplace. The socks must be clean. You must wear formal shoes. Body odor must not be stinking, or you should not even be like over perfumed, right? Nails to be short, clean. You should wear standard jewelries. See, because that is your workplace where you should be professional. You cannot wear some chunky bracelets, the dangling earrings, or too many bangles and distracting others. And this is not the place where you have to show your jewelries, right? You can wear all those things in your parties. And even boys, when they have ties, please don't wear some bright colors or some images on those ties. It doesn't look professional at all. Or say some designer logos on your ties. All this must be avoided. Do not wear, say, thick stripes or check shirts, right? It is not for the workplace. The light colored pants or some buckles with irrelevant logos will be there on those buckles. Please avoid all those things. Then etiquette. So etiquette means something, the accepted social behavior. How I should behave in a society. What is the society expecting? How my behavior should be. Or when I'm in a group, how my behavior should be. When I'm in a formal group, how my behavior should be. When I'm in an informal group, what is it expected of me? When I'm with my friends, relatives, uh, or when I'm in a workplace, what matters? So wherever we go, we all shall follow the rules. It is very simple, right? Whatever the rules. Uh, in Rome, be a Roman. We all know about that. So we all shall be well mannered, standing straight. Already I told you, sitting in a decent posture, and not being very rude to people, whoever you speak at your public places or at your say workplace. For example, if you are using the lift, elevator, or even your public transport, do not suddenly push people, right? You will also get way. Try to give way to elders, children, women. See, after an age, nobody will be teaching you all these etiquettes. We ourselves, we should learn. Keeping our workstation clean, keeping our laptops, tabs organized, or even while sipping coffee and tea, many people will make that noise. And we will just get irritated wherever we sit, isn't it? Or while you sit for dining, just wait for others to start. Suddenly, when you go, when you see the plate, you cannot do that. You cannot suddenly start eating. When I'm speaking about a formal place. I'm not speaking about when you go and buy something in a restaurant in an informal setting. I'm not speaking about that. But I'm speaking about the etiquette at your workplace or when you're using, say, some public places, workplace. Do not spoil them. When you're on your mobile phones, suddenly don't talk so aloud. People will get disturbed. And try to properly answer your professional phone calls. How to attend. You should be definitely polite. Then coming to ethics. Right. Ethics means what is morally right, what is wrong, or even what is just, what is unjust. What can I do? What I should not do. That speaks about your ethics. So never ever cause harm to others or even others' properties. As a person, definitely I should uphold my country's values. For example, I'm on a foreign assignment. I should uphold my institutional values. Let me be honest. Let me be transparent to the possible extent. Always we cannot do that. I definitely agree. But even just try to follow the rules when no one is actually watching you, whether it could be in your personal lives or in your work life. You have your own value system. Just try to stick to it. Adhere to your own value system. Can't we do that? Yes, we can follow certain principles, isn't it? We can draw our limitations. We can draw the boundaries. We know how to behave. Then we all shall not deviate from ethics, say for some short-term gains. We always should look at long-term. So I'm getting something. I'm getting some benefit. Let me not deviate from ethics. We shall not leave that. Isn't it? Right. Then friendship. So from our childhood, we just keep on winning friends on our way, in our travel. Let us not make enemies, isn't it? See, life is very, very short. If we make them enemies, we will be thinking of them and we will be spoiling our time, our mood, everything. If we have some old friends, let's be in regular contact with them, or even for with their colleagues. It could be for both, say, personal gain or even for other professional gain. We can greet them on their special days. What is it we are losing? 1 or 2 minutes on Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, Telegram, whatever you will be using, right? Always we can treat them with respect. We shall never ignore true friends. And if we need some help from them, definitely we shall not hesitate to take help from them at our workplace. But do not exploit in the name of friendship. That is what I would like to say. Then group work, G. Group work, teamwork. We all should learn how to work in a group. Let's all be a positive team player, right? We can treat all our colleagues, excuse me, our team members with respect. We can listen to their feelings. We can inspire our colleagues with our work, isn't it? We can be assertive. Whenever we get conflicts, then and there we can resolve them. We can promote teamwork, and that is the most expected thing. And this is also a very important soft skill, teamwork. We all shall invest in team building. When we have a group of say 5 or 8 people, we can appreciate others' contributions, isn't it? I told you, when 100 plus of us are here, we'll be discussing about one problem solving. If I get the best idea from somebody, or whoever tries to respond to this problem solving technique, I can definitely appreciate them because they have contributed something, isn't it? Their time, their energy, everything must be compensated. At least we can appreciate them, right? It shows a positive attitude, and we can always negotiate. See, if one team member of us, he or she is in trouble, means everybody, we will also be at risk. So let's try to follow all these kinds of positive team working spirit within ourselves. Humor, right? A sense of humor, right? Let's not cause annoyance to people, right? Okay. When I say humor, do not just don't put down others, or just don't demean while you're say cracking some jokes or you're doing some humor. Let's be sensitive and then follow these humor rules. See, because when I'm uh, say following some humor, cracking some jokes, it must be relieving others' stress, isn't it? Instead, it should not again irritate them, irritate the audience. I can send some refreshing messages, refreshing mails, so I can have my sense of humor. Then interpersonal skills. Yes, we all should keep good working relationship with our co-workers. We should respect their opinion. At times, what will happen? We may have to disagree. Yes, I agree. Let's express it with dignity. Let me tell that properly. You cannot tell that, no, I'm not interested. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to sign on this. No, you can express. Say, here, that something is not happening. I'm disagreeing with you. You can even express that in a proper tone. I told you about body language, right? Let's be non-judgmental. Let's not be like prejudiced. Let the biasness not speak. Let me respect the confidentiality of others. Somebody has told me something. It could be a personal secret or a workplace secret. Let me respect it. And let me not gossip behind their back or about their personal lives, anything. See, if you do not want to appreciate somebody, or if you do not want to cooperate while others are working, don't spoil that. Instead, stay silent, right? Integrity. So integrity means me or you, we are being honest, and we are just showing an, you can call it as unfailing or uncompromising faithfulness to some ethical principles, values, to morals, whatever we have. Let me be clear about that. I can do this, I'm not going to do this, right? We shall not lie, we shall not bribe, or we shall never mislead people. Let us deliver what we commit to. If possible, yes, I'll tell within this date I can do this. If not, do not just go and commit yourselves, right? Just do it attitude. Yeah. So see, just to do it means from that you understand we are not spending too much of time on thinking. We can just complete the tasks in time. We will get proper results. We will get positive results. See, we shall not let the minor issues in future, it will become bigger hurdles. And if you're working for any reason, never leave the task halfway without completing it. And if you have that fear of failure in your mind, never allow that to overpower you. And easily, what is happening with this generation, they easily get discouraged. Or suddenly they'll get depressed for each and everything. Why such kind of attitude? See, from A to J, we have discussed so many things. If you follow them, definitely you'll be a some better individual. Let's see now from K to Z. Then knowledge. Knowledge means we all know some kind of, I have awareness about something. I have consciousness, or you can call it as common sense knowledge. So let's always be alert. Let me watch the news regularly, read newspapers regularly, read the books, right? Let me have, say, some kind of in-depth knowledge in my subject of interest. If I belong to computer science, let me have an in-depth knowledge there. Because 4 years you will be doing your degree. So without knowledge, we cannot do anything. Let's all think before we talk. Let us not waste the words, right? Let's try to have a 360-degree perspective. From all the angles, let's try to understand about a subject. There is no harm, say, if you question your teachers, or if you have some kind of inquisitiveness. Yes, you have a doubt, you get it clarified. So even that questioning, it is also a source of learning. You will gain knowledge, definitely. Leadership. So this is also a major soft skill. You are leading a group of people or an organization. See, there are n number of four kinds of important kinds of leadership styles. In that, one could be the democratic leadership style. Here, we can actually follow that. How is it? Democratic leader means we will try to involve others. A leader, he or she will consult the team members before deciding upon anything, whether it could be a minor issue or a major issue. So a leader should be ready to show path to others. He or she, as I told you, must be open to feedback, or even if they get criticism also, no problem. As a leader, you must be in a position to take it. Mainly, you must be working together with your team members, organization as a whole. Motivation, right? So without inspiration, we cannot do anything. Let us motivate ourselves. Let us motivate others. Let us have patience. We shall have that attitude, never give up, right? Then we see that there is some motivation within us. Show the success, celebrate it, no problem, even if it is a minor success, a small one, no problem. Appreciate the good work of others, recognize them, reward the achievement, right? You can probably go to a small party, you can go to a restaurant, you can go to a movie. Why not? Even though if it is a small achievement, reward it, recognize it, right? Then only you can keep yourselves motivated. Negotiation. So in our daily lives, you would have heard about this word negotiation. So negotiation means mainly a discussion wherein we are aiming at reaching an agreement. We all probably say there are two parties here involved, A and B. They sit for negotiation. It could be about anything, negotiating about anything. The main aim is to reach an agreement. So it should be say beneficial to all the parties who are involved, A and B. So when we are negotiating, what we must be doing, we must be aiming at win-win situation. What do I mean by that? Party A, he should win. Party B, he should also win. So never we should think, I win, you lose. That situation is never fair in negotiation. If you win, I also win. We can come to a consensus, something like that. Then there'll be no other arguments, no tears, nothing. You must be very clear. This is a very, very important skill, negotiating skill. Ask what you want. Tell them what you can give, in what position you are there, what you can give them. Influence them, the other party. Inspire them with your proposal, whatever you want to give. For example, you're selling your site, say for 40 lakhs. Don't sit at that point only. If they're okay with 35 lakhs, they're ready to give 35 lakhs, go with that, right? Give your proposal, whatever it is. And moreover, separate the people from problem. You might be having, say, some kind of negativity with that particular person. No problem. But while you are negotiating, please separate that person from the problem. You only try to focus on the interests, the positions, and just think of the options for mutual gain. You win, I win, right? You must get the benefit, I must also get the benefit. Listen carefully what the other person is telling. Ask a question if you have a doubt. So all this will come under your negotiation skills. Clarify. Once you are done, try to summarize. Okay, what Mr. A said, what B has said. Now we have the summary of it. Later on, it will not again lead to confusions. But when you're negotiating, For each and everything, do not sit and argue. Or when somebody is speaking, when B is speaking, let Mr. A sit and listen carefully. Let he not interrupt, or suddenly he might not assume the things also. You would have actually told that, okay, we are going with 35 lakhs for this particular site. Again, A, he would assume that, no, we had spoken it. I had assumed that it was for 38 lakhs. How good it is to show such kind of behavior, right? If I have some concern, let me tell that, no, sir, I'm not in a position to give it for 35 lakhs. If 38 means that is okay for me. So we should try to search for common interests. And let us always use a positive body language. Let us not threaten the other party. If you are bargaining something, let us start making concession. No, only this figure I would try to go. Only after this figure I would try to negotiate. From 38, I am negotiating 38 to 40. So even when you're negotiating, suddenly don't tell all your proposals. Do not give everything out very soon with the other party. This is a skill, right? This is a tactic. This is an art, negotiating with others. So suddenly do not share all the information, whatever you have, with opposite party, right? Okay, I'm ready for 48. Even if you come for 38, that is done. This is what the owner has told, or this is what my CEO has told. Now, however, we have to come to this consensus. We have to make an agreement. No, suddenly do not tell each and everything like that. If you want to say no, don't be afraid to say that, right? After that, once you get clarity, both the parties are okay with that, please gain commitment. Please gain consensus is what we call. Okay, both the parties, we are ready with this proper agreement. We shall record the results. We shall agree to the results. And if you are conversing, just don't overstretch the dialogue. Just because you want to speak something, say, as you watch movies, you'll be listening that if your last dialogue, if it is yours, so you'll not win anything. But the thing is, you should see that there must be mutual gain, right? Then we all must be well mannered when we are negotiating, and let us all handle any kind of objections. Okay, the other party, he is objecting, no problem, let us handle it peacefully. So because this is a very, very important skill, and every day you'll be dealing with this skill. For with some vendor, you'll be negotiating with your uh, new joining, you'll be negotiating, say, about the timings. It could be about the timings, salaries, or work. For each and everything, we'll be negotiating. So suddenly, let us not get negative. Let us not get angry. Okay. Then optimism. So being optimistic or being positive is a very good skill. Let's never be pessimistic. See, because when we are negative, it is very destructive. It is obstructive. It is damaging. Negativity will always damage us, right? So we can even instill optimism in our colleagues, right? How can we instill positivity in our colleagues? See, I myself, I can carry a progressive attitude. Seeing me, he will also learn. She will also learn. Let me first believe in myself. Let me trust my associates. So, optimism, professionalism. So, what is the skill expected of a professional? If I am a professional, let me respect the time of others. Let me respect the resources, whether it could be the physical resources, the emotional resources, educational resources, your financial resources, human resources, people itself, the employees. So let me respect each and every resource, right? Let me be committed to the tasks, whatever I'm doing. Let me be committed to the company. Suddenly in halfway, I already told you, I'm not going to leave this work unattended. Let us all maintain professional values. Definitely, we can separate our professional lives from personal lives. Can't we do that? So that shows your professionalism. Let us organize our work properly. If you can't do a certain work, do not overcommit yourself. Okay? No, sir, in 2 days, I can do this work. Even his work, I can do, her work, I can do. No. If you can't do, if you have other responsibilities, as a human, definitely we will have other responsibilities, not only the work, not only the study. So do not try to step into others' role. what you are doing is not right. I know how to do this. No, don't give free suggestions at all. Don't step into others' role. Try to carry mutual respect, right? And never ever violate the law. Problem solving. So there'll be minor problems, there'll be major problems at your workplace. First of all, let us carry confidence with us. Yes, I can solve this problem. You can radiate confidence, right? And we can also give hope to others. Let me seek the help of others. Let me seek the cooperation of others. I told you, when we are so many people are here, I can ask you, I can seek help from you. Please cooperate. How can we solve this problem? Probably, even if we get a major problem, in half an hour or 1 hour, with so many ideas, we can solve a problem. Can't we? Yes, we are capable. We have that confidence. If something happens, be ready to apologize or just try to correct yourself in the process. We cannot say that I'm in such and such position. I know everything. No, that attitude doesn't work at all. Let us be creative. Let us think out of the box. All those traditional methods of solving problems might not work. Let us look for alternatives, right? If something is a failure, let us be ready to accept failures. What is the problem? Next time, let us rectify it, right? So we shall not aggravate the problem. Then presentation skills. So first of all, while you are presenting, I told you dressing, it is very, very important. Dress appropriately and try to keep eye contact with the audience. We must be controlling our voice, our tone throughout our presentation. We must have control over that, our modulation. And let's try to be, say, precise and crisp in our presentation, in our thoughts. Let's be to the point, right? Unnecessarily, let's not deviate ourselves. What is the point has to be discussed? Let us discuss that. Because if you just deviate, you are wasting others' time, others' energy. You're spoiling others' mood also. Because we are here to discuss on soft skills, we shall do that. If you want to discuss about something else, some other day, some other occasion is there, right? But this is not the apt time to do that. And while you are presenting, what people will do usually, they'll put so many colors in their presentation. I have this magenta, I have this red, pink, everything. I'll bring it and I'll put it inside a slide. No, don't do that. Please use neutral colors. Try to use wit and humor cautiously. Do not hurt anybody's feelings. In your physical presentation, while you're standing here, do not block your presentation. If something you're presenting here, stand in a place where everybody, your audience, must be able to see your presentation, right? And while I'm presenting, let me involve my audience. Often, let they ask me questions. Let they interrupt me while I'm in a physical mode. Then, personal hygiene. It is very, very important. Let us dress well. We shall never look untidy or say foul smelling, because it definitely irritates the next person. Always let's check about our oral hygiene. Often we'll be in meetings, we'll be traveling, right? After using your washrooms, make sure that it is clean. While coughing, just use tissues, right? Don't spread the infections around you. Trim your hair, nails regularly, and try to rehydrate yourself at regular intervals. All this will come under your personal hygiene. Question. So never ever hesitate to question. I already told you. Likewise, if somebody is questioning me, accept it with grace. You question them, get it clarified. Let others also question you if they are not understanding something. Suddenly don't be reactive to questions. No, why are you asking me such kind of question? Why are you interrupting me in between? No. Behave yourself. Let your attitude be very, very calm. And never question with bias. I know this particular person is like this. He has such kind of attitude. That's why he has come here. Now, I'll question him in a way that he cannot answer in front of the audience. Is my behavior right? No, let me question myself. Let me not get emotional. Let me be not judgmental at all. Whatever is the point of question, point of doubt, let me only speak about that point of discussion. Let us not get beyond that. This is how we behave ourselves. This is how we carry a positive attitude. Responsibility. Let me take the initiative. Let me assume responsibilities, right? We all know what is my ability, what I can do. Let me be realistic about that. Yes, if you can do, yes, sir, I can do that. But just give me 3 days of time. Else, tell them, do not overburden yourselves. No, sir, I cannot do. I'm not in a position. My health is not permitting, or I have other commitments, right? Suddenly, don't accept everything and later on tell them that I could not do it. So it doesn't look nice on our part. And from day to day tasks to team assignments, we can take a little responsibility at least. So even from our performance, our emotional intelligence, everywhere we can assume responsibilities. Yes, I assume the responsibility. So this responsibility, assuming responsibility, it is occasionally discussed, but it is definitely a highly valued soft skill, right? Taking the initiative and taking up the responsibilities. Then S for social grace. So this is a skill for dealing with people as well as with society. So let's all be sensitive to the local culture wherever we go, right? Let us be sensitive to the social values. Okay. So let me be conscious about the environment. When I'm in Andhra Pradesh, I behave like that. When I'm in Telangana, I behave like that. Probably language, culture, a little bit of social values, everything will change. How you speak, what is your accent, right? Let's be humble to others. It was just an example. So let us show some sensitivity to others' problems. And let us be very, very careful with the selection of our words. It might seem that I'm speaking properly. It is okay in your place. But while we are dealing with others, with other people, and while we are dealing with in the society, definitely we should be very, very careful. We cannot utter anything like that. We cannot blabber in front of others. No, see, this is not our home. We are in a workplace. We are in other environment. We must be very cautious about that. Time management skill. We all like this, but we are not able to manage our times. Whether a student, whether a small kid, whether a working professional, teachers especially, right? So how do we manage time? See, we all should know to multitask in this 21st century. Am I right? And we must be able to prioritize our to-do lists, whatever we have. So let's all always schedule our task. We shall stick to our time schedules. If we are not punctual, let us apologize. No, sir, I was not able to do this work at this time, or I was not able to attend that meeting. Then work to deliver tasks, your projects, your college projects, your assignments in time. Do not go and stand in front of your teachers, right? If it is getting delay, please convey the delay in advance itself. So tomorrow is the deadline, ma'am. Tomorrow was the deadline. I'm not able to do that. I had such and such problem. Tell your concerns. I'll be able to submit this by this time, right? Please respect others' time, whoever are working for you. Then suddenly, as I told you, we know what is I know what is my capability. Let us not overstretch or let us not overbook ourselves. And let us not leave work to last hour, nth hour. Still 1 more hour is there. Now I'll watch movie, then I'll do something. Or now I'll go for a ride, then I'll come back, I'll do my assignment. No, never procrastinate, right? Never postpone things. So if you are managing your time very well, it ensures there is increased productivity, there is high quality work, because you have done something, your work, completed your work within time, and it improves your confidence. It shows what is my ability. I can do the job efficiently, right? And on time delivery of time sensitive assignments is very, very important. Your clients are sitting somewhere in US, UK. So within this time dot, you have to finish it, right? So those will become your time sensitive assignments. Then you understanding. So understand anything or anybody before you jump into conclusions. No, this particular thing is like this. He is like this. She always does this. Understand. Do you know about him? Do you know about her? The colleagues? Do you know about them? Your students, your teachers? No, never pinpoint them, right? Others' position. What is others' point? What is his or her limitation? what is his strength. Everything must be realized by us. Understanding means that. So let's be realistic in our expectations. Today, suddenly cannot tell them that you do this programming in half an hour and get back to me. No. Or write say 50 pages of assignment and tomorrow morning by 10 o'clock it should be on my table. We must be first of all realistic in our expectations. So if you're not understanding something, take some time, study various aspects, allow some benefit of doubt if needed. Why not? Or even check out past experiences so that you can completely understand about the thing or about a matter. Right? Voice ideas. So we shall never hesitate to express our views or our ideas. Let us all give voice to our thoughts. Whatever we get, we shall express it. Right? Our positions shall never restrict us from expressing something, our ideas. Though I'm a student, I'm an outsider, I'm a public person, no problem. If something is not working, please voice your ideas. Or if you have a new idea, come up with that. Just don't bother about what will he think, what will others think if I say this. Sharing ideas is always appreciated at your institution or at your workplace. Winning spirit. Always carry this. Instead of carrying say self-doubt, can I do this? No. People might discourage you, no problem. Do not lose your heart, do not lose your essence. See, after all, hurdles, challenges are all a part of your game. Right? Your winning spirit, if you have that, you can just create magic like that. Right? Let's all carry a never die attitude. Let's keep smiling. Let us encourage others also not to give up. X factor. See, we all are unique and we all are special. Do you agree with me? Right. So let us identify that X factor in us and let us always carry it with us. Let us be conscious. Let us be proud of it. We shall never let others to demoralize us. And let us not take advantage of my X factor. What do you mean by that X? That particular unique factor what I have. The individual factor, the distinctiveness, the rareness, that is my strength. Whatever I have, that uniqueness, you might not be having. Your X factor is something else. Each of us have that, right? And it is our strength. So we must be knowing that. When and how to use it, the X factor. Youthful. We always can stay young at our hearts. Age shall never dominate us. Because see, being youthfulness, it is always productive. It brings happiness. It inspires us as well as others, right? If you are youthful, you are staying young for each and everything. You are ready to take up challenges. It is not only inspiring you, but it is also inspiring others. Then zeal, or you can call it as high spirit. Definitely the zeal, it sustains our lives. We shall have enthusiasm to know more, to learn more at any age, no matter. Let us grow and let us contribute more. Okay. So after having discussed the A to Z of soft skills, now let's try to understand, can we teach and learn soft skills? What is happening? Most organizations, they'll actually recognize the need to train their new employees. With what? They'll teach them the hard skills. They'll teach them the technical skills. See, because as I told you in my first slide itself, without these hard skills, we cannot perform our jobs. It could be, say, using a certain equipment or performing some task or completing some complex procedure. Even industry research and surveys, they show that employers are nowadays, they are much concerned about the gaps in employees' soft skills. So by now you must have understood that it is easier to develop hard skills, like as I told you, a procedure, doing a task, but not a soft skill. Why? What are the challenges? See, soft skills are hard to measure. It is very, very easy to measure whether a learner, he or she, has mastered a skill. For example, using a software. Now what I'll do, I'll ask you to do the task and I'll have some quantitative measures. But for example, when I take time management. It is a complex skill. Now I have to create assessments to check whether you're have you learned this skill. This is really more complex. It is based on a particular, it is scenario based, it is context based. I have to do knowledge checks. I have to check with role plays. And this is some kind of qualitative measure, no numbers, observable behavior only. So it is very, very difficult to measure. Then soft skills, it takes repeated effort. For example, if I consider, say, leadership skills. Now, can I suddenly, overnight, can I expect you to be a leader? No. But this leadership skills, if I take it as an example, it comes only after the repeated practice. Feedback, I should get feedback from others. And there must be much reflection. I should show what is it I am doing as a leader. So then only I can understand that whether I have learned this particular, I can understand, others can also understand whether am I okay to a certain extent with this skill. Am I a leader or not? Then some skills are harder to learn than others. I told you hard skills like, say, computer programming, data analytics, we can learn it in a certain period of time. But developing these kinds of soft skills, we saw so many soft skills A to Z, we feel that it is nearly impossible. See, again, when I take an example, a shy person, a student, or an introvert, can he or she develop himself as a powerful public speaker? Not suddenly, no. He's a shy person, he's an introvert, he doesn't speak at all. Even inside the class, he will not speak. How can I do that? How can he develop this particular skill? So, motivation, this is the key to develop the soft skills. Because see, public speaking, it is not a natural part of my individual personality. Now, how should I develop it? Motivation, through motivation. So when you are attending soft skill training programs, it must include, or you must ask for yourself, you all must be knowing about WIIFM. What is in it for me? WIIFM. What is in it for me? If I learn this, what is in it for me? If I understand this, whether this is helpful to me or not, then only I can further my personal aims, my goals, and then I can learn something. See, if you are hard skills like balancing an accounting ledger, for example, it will not depend on learner's personality traits. It is not dependent on my personality traits. I can do accounting ledger. I can balance it. Now, similarly, if you take a soft skill, I have to build relationship with people, understanding. This cannot be suddenly done. We have to see the need for change. Why I should develop this? I should have a craving to change. Yes, relationship building is very, very important, either to my personal life or to my professional life. Now I have to develop this new habit, and then which is solidifying the particular change. Even soft skills like communication, I told you it is very important. These skills, they are like deeply rooted in individuals' personalities. If I have that only, I can communicate, right? Overnight, I cannot practice it. And definitely these skills, they are related to my habits, to my life experience. But how can I develop this, say, communication skill only? We can work with the leaders or experts in this particular field. We can learn by observing them. We can practice over a period of time. We can receive the periodic feedback. What am I doing good? Where is it not working for me, right? And definitely I can replicate all this on my learning and development. I told you, if learners, they are motivated by showing that what is in it for me attitude, it could be through modeling, it could be through practice, feedback, or even showing reflection in my activities. I can measure my success and I can reinforce training over time. Then we understand that soft skills aren't as hard as what we thought till now. As students also, you should understand the need for soft skills development. Your preference right now might be just in technical skills development. But parents, siblings, teachers should always motivate them for acquiring essential soft skills, because I told you these are the life skills. Many institutions also, they offer soft skill training courses within their campus, but availability again depends on, say, the financial resources, trainers, facilities. But even educational institutes should also give much importance to these need-based soft skill programs. Again, you must not be postponing your learning. Your lazy brain must not work here while you want to learn something. Many people, what they think, if I learn a new topic, it disrupts my work-life balance. It increases stress because daily I have to go for 1 or 2 hours, I have to learn something. Though it is essential for my profession or professional survival, because each one of us, as I told you, we have different set of values, we have different aspirations, interests. My commitments are different from yours, relationships outside the professional world. So when all these are balanced, then only the quality of life is enhanced, and we must understand that. And the learning process to properly happen and to get successful, individuals must be organized, individuals must be motivated. They also should maintain a healthy lifestyle. It could be a quality sleep or physical exercise, anything. And people also have difficulty in making time for concentration, thinking, and distractions, interruptions will all add to this. If you're not interested at all, how can I teach you something? People often suffer from poor support or no support at all at work or even at home. Then personal engagement to learning is absolutely essential. Then people can learn many courses. I can sit here, I can learn many courses free of cost online, anywhere, anytime. Can't we even do that? Yes, we can. Right. So to conclude, I would like to say that we all shall try to develop a personal learning plan, and we shall put them into effect from today itself, right? We shall acquire new knowledge. As I told you, soft skills, it has become obvious that it has paramount importance so that we can get ahead in our workplace. See, don't think that it applies only to a few jobs or few careers. Soft skills apply to all kinds of jobs, all careers. Having good soft skills, till now what we discussed or something beyond that, it gives us a professional edge over others, and it will definitely help you, say, shine across all other industries. They can definitely help you advance in your workplace. So let us all start improving them. You may be at 30%, I may be at 50%. For example, communication, presentation. Let us improve it more and more, right? So that these skills will also make us easier to form relationship with others. We can create trust, dependability. We can lead teams. We can empathize others, isn't it? So they are very, very essential for our success in the place of work. It is essential for our company's success, even for our personal lives also. Not just heavily focusing on hard skills or gaining new technical experience or training, but soft skills are also equally important. And according to a leadership IQ study, they say that 89% of new hire failures, they were a result of poor soft skills and not lack of technical failures, right? They have technical knowledge, but freshers are more likely to fail because they lack soft skills. It could be coaching, emotional intelligence, motivation. And only 11%, according to their survey, they said new joinees, they were failures because of technical incompetence. And according to a 2022 survey, which was a recent survey conducted by National Association of Colleges and Employers, NACE, they said that 86% of the employers, they are looking for problem solving skills on student resumes. 86% of employers, they are looking for problem solving skills. 76.3% say that they value the ability to work on a team. So now do you understand how important teamwork is, how important overall soft skills are? Even written communication skills, they are becoming like a priority. And definitely when we are working on a remote or asynchronous workforce, when we are working with them, even written skills, communication skills are becoming very, very important. See, I told you it is soft skills are important. For in another 2-3 minutes, I'll wind up. career growth and progression, I told soft skills are very much needed. I just want to quote an example. If you and your classmate, you have the same list of hard skills, say, since you are from engineering background, it could be debugging, troubleshooting, machine learning, workflow development, prototyping, anything. Now, both of you, if you have the same list of hard skills, now what will the hiring managers look for? How will they make decision whom to take for work? Now, they'll make a decision that is based on factors outside of experience and training, and that is related to soft skills. So the future workplace will definitely rely on soft skills. We see the advances in technology, automation, artificial intelligence, everything. So all these actually they are causing tasks which require hard skills, they are declining. But now soft skills, they are the key differentiators in workplace. Traditional skills like teamwork, communication, critical thinking will be more important than ever. And soft skills like emotional intelligence, they are really hard to automate. We cannot automate them like how we do with the hard skills. So this means that they are expected to become more desirable in the near future. And soft skills will definitely help you to market yourself. If you have just a few harder skills, you can come up with soft skills, right? So thank you all. If you have any queries, definitely you can ask me. The floor is now open for queries. Any doubts you can ask me, please.